ay kayo ay dating pinuno mismo ng BIR. In an impeachment trial, ano ang nakasaad sa batas pagdating sa pag-release ng tax records ng isang impeachable official at ano ang dahilan kung bakit nung panahon ni Renato Corona na-release po ito?
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat at heto po pag-usapan natin itong si dating ex-BIR Commissioner Kim Henares. In-interview na po ni Karen Davila at kinunan po ang kanyang reaksyon patungkol po dito sa supina bid for VP Sara Duterte's bank tax records. So dapat nating malaman ito kung tama ba itong ginagawa ng impeachment trial patungkol kay VP Sara, kasi pagbabasihan po ngayon yung kay Corona dati. Itong dating si ex-BIR Commissioner Kim Henares, may alam siya dito kung ano ang nangyayari. Kaya importante po na malaman po natin ang opinion ni ex-BIR Commissioner Kim Henares, no, sa interview ni Karen Davila. Pangalawa, pag-usapan natin itong si Professor Malutikia sa kanyang interview na yung kay VP Sara na kill threat video ay hindi raw dapat yun i-play sa impeachment trial. Bakit kaya? Yan ang alamin natin kay Professor Malutikia. Bakit sa opinion niya, the video should not have been played at the trial? Bakit kaya? Yan po ang alamin natin kasi alam naman po natin na bago ito mag-react, mag-comment itong si Professor Malutikia, sapul na sapul matalino, bright yung kanyang mga ni-research at saka nakabase naman talaga sa mga rules and guidelines at sa ating konstitusyon at sa batas natin yung research ni Professor Malu. Okay? So yan po ang pag-uusapan natin, yung impeachment trial pa rin ni VP Sara, no? Kung ano ang mga technicalities dito. Pero bago natin yan pag-uusapan, guys, ay paki-like muna at saka paki-share itong ating video para guys kakalat ito sa taong bayan na marami pong makaalam sa mga nangyayari ngayon sa bansa natin. And at the same time, sa mga mga hindi pa nakasubscribe dito sa aking channel, no, mag-subscribe na po kayo kasi libre lang po ang mag-subscribe sa YouTube. Walang bayad yan. Lagi ko yung binabanggit sa inyo, no? Subscribe na po kayo para ma-notify yung mga cellphones niyo kung meron tayong mga bagong mga breaking news updates, okay? Heto. Ito yung Tumblr na ginagamit ko, no? Every time mag-vlog ako, nilalagyan ko po ito ng malamig na tubig. Kung saan ka, may picnic ka ba o naglalaro ka ba ng kung anong mga sport ninyo, maganda po ito. Lagyan mo na lang ng malamig na tubig o mainit na tubig. Aabot na yan ng 24 hours, no? 24 hours ang lamig, 24 hours ang kung lagyan mo na bang kape, yan. Hydro flask po ito, no? 24 ounce po ito. Ilalagay ko sa comment section, no? Yan yung link na yan, ilalagay natin yan para makuha ninyo. Ito rin yung ginagamit ni Vice President Inday Sara Duterte nung panahon na in-invite siya sa House of Representatives at sa kanyang Senate hearing dati. Pumunta siya doon. Ito yung talagang ginamit ni VP Sara, Hydro Flask. Ito yung model nito, no? Ito rin yung color na ginamit niya. Kaya bumili na rin ako kasi idol ko si VP Sara. Kaya sa mga gustong bumili dyan, ayan yung link ano nyo lang, click nyo lang link dyan. Dyan kayo bumili para naman may commission ako dyan, di ba? Yan bumili talaga ako. Kung sabi ko, baka magugustuhan ito ng mga audience ko dito sa Donmar TV. Okay, babati mo na ako sa mga nagko-comment. Ayan. Vicky Pagaura, ayan. Donmar from Saudi, hello. Ayan, Ma'am Vicky, thank you. Mariz Channel, ayan, lagi itong nanonood dito. Hello, Sir Donmar, good morning. Take care always with your family watching from Cyprus, Europe. Ayan, maraming salamat Ma'am Maris. God bless you and your family too. Ayan. Julia Sugiyama, yan kaibigan ko. Good day po, Sir Donmar. Lagi yung nanonood si Ma'am Julia. Alma Dulman Perano, watching from Qatar, sir. Ayan, shout out sa iyo, Ma'am Alma. Thank you. Francis Villarma. Hello po sa inyo, Sir Francis. Ako'y bahala. Ayan. Hi, Sir Donmar. Watching po ako sa vlog mo. Dito po ako sa Pagadian City. Ayan. Si Ako'y bahala. Oh, yan ang kanyang nilagay na pangalan dyan. Okay, so punta na tayo kaagad dito sa... Unahin muna natin itong kay Malutikia. Okay? Yang video na yan. Yan kay BP Sara na hindi raw dapat i-play yan sa impeachment trial. Bakit kaya? Ito po, panoorin po natin itong paliwanag po ni Professor Malutikia. Play.
Now to help us assess the political impact of Day 6 of Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment trial, we are joined by political strategist Ms. Malu Tiquia. Good morning, Malu, and welcome back to Morning Matters.
Good morning, ladies, and good morning to
Good
all
morning.
your viewers. And
Okay, so first of all, Malu, how would you assess this trial so far? We've already seen 6 days of this historic impeachment trial, but for you, who appears to have the momentum?
I think both camps would probably have their own respective momentum in the sense that the prosecution is claiming that they were able to prove grave threat in their presentation, while the defense is saying that the person you placed there, the digital forensic expert, is not really an expert, and Attorney Lotok doesn't actually have the needed information in
Sa
order
Bisaya
to
pa.
establish intent.
Si Lotok, ang kanyang mata, galutok ra. Oy, ito ni Lotok. Imong mata, galutok ra.
You know what strikes me is the prosecution was able to present the video. My take there is that should have not been presented at all, for the simple reason that there are the public doesn't really know what really happened during that dawn presser. Now everyone is having a sense of nangyari pala talaga yon. It wasn't clear for the defense whether they are saying it is authentic. I guess we will have to wait for the turn of the defense, because right now the procedure is the prosecution will present all the 4 charges and their witnesses and their evidence, and then the defense will be able to come in with their own evidence and witnesses. So medyo mahaba, and to summarize, that Day 6 was really for the prosecution or the defense may not be right at this time. Ang nagiging problema ko lang dun sa 6 days is it's so technical.
Right.
When you do social listening, which we do, of the audience,
Hindi maiintindihan ng audience sa sobrang technical. Yan ang point ni Mama Lutikia.
listening in, tuning in, you will see a certain up at the start, and then it tapers down, and then so the interest of the public is not there when it becomes very, very technical, and only lawyers can appreciate what each side is doing. So my sense there is the bigger part of this impeachment is really the public opinion, and creating those so many objections and technical what do you call this tactics may not be to the interest of the public, who wants to know ano ba yung evidence,
Right.
sino ba yung mga witness, meron bang violation. Yun lang naman, tatlo yun eh.
kumbaga, nagtutune out yung mga tao because of some of the legalese. But of course, Ms. Malu, there were withdrawal of witnesses from the prosecution side. It was done yesterday and the other day. What do you think about it? What does this signal?
I used to say, if I hear
Ayan,
AI one more time, I'm
ads,
gonna lose it. But
ano natin, skip
Monday.com
natin
is
yung
super
ads.
Well, I am surprised because Attorney Zulueta Lopez was supposed to be, how do you call this?
A hostile
A
witness.
a hostile witness, thank you. A hostile witness of the prosecution. The fact that they surprised everyone with that and there was a list, so many list of names, ako ang sense ko it was propaganda eh. You come up with one charge which is for them the biggest chance of conviction, which is grave threat, and then all of a sudden you withdraw the hostile witness. My sense there is the two witnesses presented by the prosecution was not able to establish intent. Bakit nagkaganon si BP? No? Parating tinatanong. Yung una, sinasabi niya wala daw siyang personal knowledge. Ito naman pangalawa, puro technical problems with the subpoena and the affidavit. And then, when once asked, do you think that there was intent? Sa palagay daw nila, may kinuha ng assassin pero wala siyang personal knowledge. Those are not conclusive, no? So, ang sense ko, yung pag-withdraw is Attorney Lopez will be able to say to the trial court that yes, I was there, yes, this happened to me, and that is why the vice president went to my custodian room and was able to say that. Kasi ang kailangan i-establish doon, bakit nagtawag ng press conference na madaling araw?
Right.
The intent was really to stop transferring Attorney Lopez to the Women's Correctional at Dawn. Bakit? So, yun yung hindi ko maintindihan ba't sila nag-withdraw, and then nag-withdraw sila in the middle of everything. Of course they said, redundancy, surplusage, etc.
For them kasi na-establish na daw nila yung betrayal of public trust.
Pero dapat tinanong mo, bakit nagkaganon? Ba't yung utterances, no? Parating sinasabi ni Attorney Lotok, the utterances determines a pattern. So bakit nagkaroon ng utterances na ganon? Yun ang hindi natin nakita kasi kung pumunta dun yung si Attorney Lopez at saka yung isa kasi is I think Sergeant at Arms at that time.
Ng House of Representatives.
Oo.
Bello,
So
Captain Bello.
mako-connect mo dun sa ini-establish nung dalawang nauna. Ngayon, yung kay Matibag, that's a surprise. There's talk going around that he will claim that there is an assassin, but he cannot reveal it because of national security. So, it's weaponizing the whole process. Let's just establish what is the evidence, what are the evidence, and are the witness fit, and they have personal knowledge of what happened. Yun ang kailangan para hindi nagugulo yung nangyayari at naiintindihan ng taong bayan ano ba talaga itong grave threat.
You already mentioned a while ago the public want to know, and of course the public need to know. But with regard, by the end of yesterday's hearing, the defense complained about the prosecution's explanations on why they withdrew witnesses, and the impeachment court reminded both sides to stop explaining. But again, on the public side, for the people watching, that's how we understand, kaya siya hindi natatawagan dahil ganito. So can we get your stand on this?
Oo, alam mo, kasi napakahaba nung dalawang witnesses eh. Hindi ko maintindihan ba't inalaw na ganon kasi kung paulit-ulit na yung sagot, 'di ba? So sana na-explain rin sa public kung bakit nagwi-withdraw, hindi lang yung manifestation na ganon. Nasabi kung bakit surplusage, kung bakit redundant, Kasi importante yun sa public. Kasi, di ba, ina-announce nila ang susunod ng mga witness, ito. So, yung publiko, naghihintay syempre yan. Kumukuha ng time kung ano man yung ginagawa nila para mapakinggan ano ba talagang nangyari. So, sa tingin ko, itong sa grave threat, walang klaradong na-establish. Unless, yun nga, they are able to present an assassin and there was a contract. The reason why I do not like the video to be played is because
Ito na yung paliwanag ni Professor Malu. Bakit hindi dapat i-play ang video na yan, ha?
merong conclusion na sinabi si Attorney Lotok It shows fitness to hold office. And that is a conjecture. Kailangan in-establish nila bakit naging ganyan si BP.
Correct.
Anong nangyari? Yun nga yung sinasabing mens rea or
Bakit nagalit si BP Sara? Bakit gusto niyang murahin si Bangag, si FL Liza, at si Martin Tamba Romualdez? Yan ang kulang ni Lotok eh. Naglutok raning mata ni Lotok. Lotok! Gamitin mo naman yung pagkalutok mo.
intent. Hindi naman napakita ng klarado.
Pero Malu, why is it still so important to establish context? Kasi kung tatanungin yung prosecution for them, na-establish na daw yung authenticity and the provenance of this video, and the mere utterance of these grave threats for them already constitute a violation of the Constitution and betrayal of public trust because the Vice President, as the second highest official of the land, is expected to conduct herself to a very high standard.
Yeah, well, the context is very important because of such a framing of such conclusion, no? That the vice president has to show proper decorum, the language she used. I hasten to say that tama yung sinabi ni Attorney Binluan, she is not here as the vice president.
Correct.
She is mother, sister, daughter. Lahat tayo
Tinulungan
ng
niya
mga
si
Pilipino,
Lopez dun eh.
in one time of our, siguro yung iba marami, sa akin marami, minsan nagwawala, minsan nagagalit, minsan may nasasabi tayo, but that is not the sum total of the character of the individual. Kasi kailangan kang bumabalik dun sa sinabi mo, Pauline, yung context. Kailangan makita. Bakit, kunyari, may nanaksak. Bakit nanaksak? Diba? May nagalit, may nagtapon ng libro. Bakit nagtapon ng libro? Importante yon kasi hindi tayo pwedeng humusga base sa utterances lamang. Kailangan may proof. Kaya ang feeling ko dito sa charge number 4 na ginawa nilang una dahil sabi nila dito talagang madadapa si BP. Are you establishing the character to hold office? That is not impeachable. Diba? What may be impeachable is ano bang nangyari? Nag-threaten. Yung threat ba ginawa? May nangyari ba? May namatay? May attempt? Yun ang evidence ay dapat dun binibigyan ng katibayan para maintindihan ng taong bayan.
But of course, Ms. Malu, other people would say na by providing context, does it justify the utterances, the threat na binigay ng Vice President to the President?
Ayan, may ads pa. May natin, i-skip natin.
No. Point blank, no. But the context will tell you what is the frame of mind when she said those things. It doesn't justify threatening anyone in a democratic country, no? But you will always have to go back to bakit sinabi? Ano bang nangyari, no? At ang gusto ko nga sana pagkatapos ng prosecution makapag-present na ang defense, kaso hindi yun ang napag-agreehan nilang sistema. Oo. So parang i-hold mo, yung conclusion mo sa isip mo, hihintayin mo ang defense na bumalik para i-present yung witness nila on grave threats, no? Makikita doon lamang natin mako-conclude, oo, no? So right now it's kind of hard because you're just making a decision based on two witnesses who in my book, one is not an expert and the other one did not investigate thoroughly the acts that are being alleged.
Yesterday, we also heard the oral arguments for both sides. And Representative Chel Jokno mentioned, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano back in the Corona trial as well. And I just wanted to ask you, how would you compare the current set of prosecutors and defense attorneys to those during the Corona and maybe the Estrada trials, and not just the prosecution and the defense, also the senator judges? Like, any similarities, marked differences?
Mahirap yung tanong mo, Cheska. Naku, maraming magagalit sa akin. Pero, I will try to answer. Yung mga prosecutor at defense dati, may gravitas eh. Yung mga senador, may gravitas. Pag tumayo, alam mong may laman at may sasabihin. Hindi ko sinasabing walang gravitas itong set. Pero even the way they deliver, the way they verbalize, articulate, they visualize the language so that Filipinos will be able to understand. Ibang-iba. Ito parang, I'm sorry to say, parang magkakabarkada, magkakaedad, batuhan sila.
Todo mo na, Miss Malu, wag ka na
I know,
maging
please
mabait.
don't hold back.
We wanna hear.
Diba?
We wanna hear it from you.
Parang hindi mo maiko-compare dun sa impeachment. Yun na lang, hindi mo maiko-compare sa impeachment ni President Erap at ni CJ Corona. Yung mga senator judge, no? Siguro it will take time for them to get the hang of it. Yung iba kasi hindi pa alam yung kung nabasa mo ba yung brief, naintindihan mo ba, no? Maraming catching up. At iilan lamang ang lawyers dito sa 20th Congress, unlike before na maraming lawyers, kaya nakakapagtulungan, nasasabi kung ano. Ang namimiss ko yung mga likes ni Justice Cuevas, 'di ba? Yung talagang may gravitas. Kahit nung panahon ni Estrada. Yes, talagang mga kuwan, pag nagsalita, talagang may laman. Tapos kung ikaw yung sa prosecution or defense, parang magugulat ka, iisipin mo, oo nga, no, tama siya. So yun yung kuwan, walang elder statesman or stateswoman. Imagine if Miriam was alive and she's there. Imagine if Marcoleta was there. Wala yung razor sharp na
Sayang nga
batuhan
eh. Wala si Marcoleta.
lahat objection lang ng object, tapos magro-rule.
But also to be a fly on the wall at that caucus, ha?
Yes. Diba? So, but this is what we have in the Senate. So, I hope they step up because the public is really, this is the first time kasi na Vice President sa ating parliament, sa ating impeachment history. At saka second time na ma-impeach. So, sana napaghandaan ng maayos.
Pero Malu, do you agree that aside from gravitas, ang hahanapin din dito ng taong bayan yung consistency mula sa senator judges? I'm asking that because Congressman Chel Jokno pointed out yesterday that during the Corona impeachment trial, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano actually supported the presentation of initial financial documents to be subpoenaed, diba? And yan din yung point of contention ngayon. So how do you think he will vote on this matter as well as the other senator judges na rin?
Dapat yan bantayan. Pero alam nyo naman, impeachment trial is political. Yun na yung sagot. Wag Huwag na tayong magbulahan dyan.
Alam mo, masyado lang direct maganda yung delivery ni Attorney
Jokno.
Chel Jokno at saka ni Attorney Mike Powa. Yung presentation nila crystal clear yung difference. Tama ka na si Senator Cayetano for the previous impeachment, ganun yung desisyon. I think they will have to debate on that publicly instead of going to caucus, because caucus, people are not there, people do not know what happened. So I'm looking at the Monday when they are able to question directly both Attorney Jokno and Attorney Fowa for their points. Yun lang, mahirap kung titingnan mo si Senator Cayetano kasi yun yung position niya before. Magbabago ba siya? Depende. Siguro he will come up with elements why he will change his decision now. But yeah, you're correct. Historically, he made that motion and manifestation before.
Connect with women who
Yan,
know what
ads.
they want. Women may know
Meron na namang
what they're
ads.
looking for. Sometimes
Next.
it's just a calm conversation
Skip.
that feels right.
Now, Balu, sabi nga nila na tapos napakahaba nitong oral arguments na to yesterday on the issue of the BIR box, kung dapat ba ipasapina ng impeachment court or not. But also there's a shortcut to this. Why shouldn't the president write letter of request para matapos na ito? Or this will also look like the president is nangingialam, which in fact, sinasabi ng kampo niya na hindi naman daw sila nangingialam dito sa impeachment trial.
Sinungaling yan si PBM eh. Ilang beses na ba tayo nabudol? Bigas, di ba? 20 pesos per kilo na bigas. Yung mga promises niya sa flood control, 5,500. Wala nang ni isang sinabi yan na naging totoo. So, kung i-deny nila yan, na wala silang kinalaman dyan sa impeachment na mga senador dyan, kung anong mga nila, wag na kayo maniwala. Sinungaling yung presidente eh.
Na ito.
Well, I mean, I'm going against that statement. Nangingialam sila para mabawasan yung mga senator, judges, no? Makikita mo talaga yung pangingialam at saka yung weaponizing the process. Having said that, tama ka Angela, na ang presidente lamang ang pwede na magpabukas nun. Ang nagsalita na rin sila na pinag-aaralan ng Pangulo yung kung gagamitin niya yun na susulat siya sa BIR para buksan yon. Two things. Mahirap gawin dahil pag binuksan mo yan, lahat sunod-sunod na yan. So, pwede yang ma-invoke kahit dun sa flood control, no? Pangalawa, paano ang privacy? Kasi pag binuksan mo yan, si Attorney Mans Carpio ay private individual. So, yun yung medyo ticklish issue doon. Pero tama ka, the only way BIR will open that is if the president says so.
Alright, so marami pa tayong aabangan, 86 more days to go in this 92-day impeachment trial.
Marami pa tayong aabangan dyan eh. Kasi mabagal raw yung impeachment. Ano na natin yan? Yan ang gusto ninyo eh. Di ba? Yan ang gusto ninyo. Kaya kainin nyo yan. Ito, punta tayo. Ito, yung mga nagpapa-impeach, ayaw naman natin yan eh. Yung mga dilawan, pinklawan, loyalista. Gusto nyong ma-impeach si BP Sara. Kaya wag na kayong magbaha, wag kayong magreklamo. Impeachment tayo. Ito naman, magre-react tayo dito. Patungkol dito sa kailangan natin itong i-react, mapakinggan itong si dating Commissioner Kim Henares patungkol po dyan sa BIR box na yan. Sa panahon ni Corona, bakit na open raw yun? Yan ang dapat nating malaman. Ito, panoorin natin. Play.
All right, we're now joined by former BIR Commissioner Kim Henares. Good morning to you, ma'am. Long time no see.
Good morning rin sa inyo.
Alright, maganda pag-usapan po natin kasi unang-una, alam nyo ang kasaysayan doon sa corona case at number 2 ay kayo ay dating pinuno mismo ng BIR. So let's start with this. In an impeachment trial, regardless of who is sitting, who is being impeached, who is being tried, ano ang nakasaad sa batas pagdating sa pag-release ng tax records ng isang impeachable official at ano ang dahilan kung bakit nung panahon ni Renato Corona na-release po ito?
Yan.
Okay, yung batas ho, the National Internal Revenue Code, sinasaad ho sa Section 71, there's only 3 instances kung kung pwedeng i-release ang information, no? First, dahil may kumuha ka ng authority sa presidente at binigyan ka ng permiso ng presidente. Pangalawa ho, di ba dati nung naglalabas kami ng top taxpayer, yun, kaya ho, nilalabas yung information na yun. O yung pangatlo, kung dahil ho dun sa exchange of information, no? So, kung yari, may ibang bansa susulat ho sa atin, hinihingi ho yung mga informasyon tungkol sa mamamayan nila. So, yun, pwede ho natin ibigay yan. So, doon lang ho, long instances na yan. No? At ito ho, rule sa lahat ng klase na request. No? Noong time ni impeachment ho ni Chief Justice Corona, may subpoena ho sa akin na maglabas ho ng income tax return ni Justice Corona, the wife, the children, and the son-in-law. We were able to release it kasi humingi ho ako ng authority mula sa presidente. At that time ho, ang presidente, si President Noynoy Aquino.
Oo. Sino po ang humingi
diba?
noon?
Kasi si Aquino may kinalaman ito kay Aquino dati. 'Di ba? Kontra sila. Ngayon, kontra rin si BP Sara at si BBM. So malaki ang chance na si BBM na mismo ang mag-approve niyan. Bangag
Para lang to for historical purposes, no? Sino ang nag-request noon kay Pangulong Noynoy Aquino na release the tax records kaya kayo nagkaroon ng sabina?
Hindi. I think
How does it tell us? Kasi nakaka-interesting ngayon, na hirap ang prosecution, umabot pa to doon sa trial mismo. All right, ano yung naging proseso nun?
I think ang prosecution ho ang nag-request sa Senado na mag-issue ng subpoena. So ang Senado at that time, Senate President ho si Enrile, sinupina ho ako na mag-appear ho sa impeachment proceeding na dalhin ko ho itong mga income tax return na ito. At dahil may ganong supina, ako naman ho ang nag-request sa Malacanang kay Presidente na may ganitong supina, humingi ako ng authority na pwede ko bang dalhin yung income tax return at i-release sa kanila. Yun ho. So, ang Malacanang naman, ang presidente, through the executive secretary, nagbigay ho ng authority sa akin na mag-release ng income tax return. Kasi sa batas, ang may authority mag-request yung commissioner ng Internal Revenue.
Oo. So, with what you are seeing now, is the prosecution doing it in a strategic manner? So what they're doing now is they're giving their arguments in the impeachment trial in court. And on Monday, the Senate judges will decide. If hypothetically, ma'am, kunyari nag-decide ang impeachment court, no, we vote not to open the tax records, fine, that's clear. Let's say nagkaroon ng botohan. We vote to open the tax records to subpoena them dalhin dito. Ma'am, would that be enough under the law? Kasi ang ginagamit na dahilan ng ilan is the Senate impeachment court has the sole power and authority to make its own rules. Does that supersede the existing laws on tax release pagdating sa income tax, sa tax records?
No, it does not supersede. The BIR commissioner still have to get the authority. Ngayon, kung hindi niya makuha yung authority, pupunta ho siya sa Senado, sasabihin niya, hindi ako makaka-release kasi hindi ako binibigyan ng authority ng presidente.
Now, ang tanong ko kasi sa prosecution, ma'am, why doesn't President Marcos Jr. himself just order right now the BIR? And these are just questions of ano lang po ito, process, understanding how it should be done. Tinatanong ko kasi bakit di nyo na lang i-request the prosecution, request the president para tapos na to. Please order the BIR to release the tax records. Can that be done, or dapat the impeachment, dapat the commissioner like you should tell the president, sir, I received a subpoena to release the tax records. Same ending but two different processes. Pwede ba yung una?
Alam niyo, ang problema dun sa una, kasi hindi ba sabi ni Presidente Marcos, ayaw niya makialam sa impeachment, di ba? So,
yeah, I'm in the
yan.
waiting room.
Ads.
Me and some woman. Looks like a junior.
so di ba? Kung ayaw niya makialam, syempre, hindi ho siya pwedeng mag-volunteer. Di ba? May proseso naman ho yan. So, kung isupina ho ng Senado ang BIR Commissioner, siya ho hihingi ng authority. Kasi yun ho yung pinakamaliwanag na step. No? Na when it's the Commissioner of Internal Revenue who requests the authority from the President to release these returns because I am being subpoenaed. Because if the commissioner does not request and he appeared without the income tax return, he can be cited in contempt. Now, he appears without the authority and release the income tax return, he will be sued criminally under Section 270. So, ang pinaka-madali at malinis mag-issue ng subpoena ang Senado, tapos ang commissioner, pag natanggap niya yan, susulat ho siya sa Malacanang kay Presidente, sasabihin niya, sir, meron akong subpoena, ang sabi ho ng batas, kailangan kukunin ng authority nyo, pwede ba hong pahingi ng authority? No? So, with that, kunyari, hindi pa niya nakukuha yung authority, pwede niya pakita sa Senado na ito ho, yung request ko, hinahantay ko lang ho yung authority ng Presidente, handa naman akong i-release yung income tax return na yan.
Okay, so yun po para makuha yung box na yan, ma-open, at the end of the day, ang presidente po ang last say. So, kung mangyari yan, na magla-last say si BBM, alam na natin. Alam na natin yan. Pero ewan ko na lang kung sa batas natin, tama ba ito? Legal ba ito? At in the future, baka makasuhan rin ang Presidente Bongbong Marcos kung i-approve niya, i-open yung box na yan. Kasi, anyway, sa 2028, kung si VP Sara ang maging presidente, ang dami namang nakabinbing kaso itong si BBM Mapanagot ito Ang dami, alam kong sa 2028, ang daming gaganti dito kay BBM. Inanalyze na natin yan, hindi tayo nagsabi niyan. Pero ayan guys, narinig naman natin si Commissioner Henares, mag-comment na lang kayo, mag-react kayo, ano ang masasabi nyo patungkol dito. Okay? At babasahin natin yan sa comment section kung ano ang opinion ninyo. Paki-like, paki-share sa mga nanonood ngayon. Sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe sa Don Mar TV, subscribe na po kayo, okay? Para updated kayo sa ating mga breaking news. Okay? See you in my next video. Have a great day. Have a great night. God bless po sa ating lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas and God save the Philippines. Bye-bye.